teenage son are at odds over the safety of childhood vaccines. High school senior Ethan Lindenberger says his parents' misguided beliefs about his health and the health of his younger siblings put them at risk.
An announcement from Mayor de Blasio about the growing measles outbreak in Brooklyn, centered in the Orthodox Jewish community.
It follows a health department crackdown on religious schools that allow unvaccinated students to attend classes. CBS.
Vaccines are safe. Autism is not a side effect of vaccine, or to say it another way, because some people don't hear this well, vaccines do not cause autism.
My name is Polly Tommy, and my son was damaged by vaccines. Some people don't hear this well. My son has autism from vaccines.
Doctors simply didn't recognize that she had whooping cough. They said,
Fundamentally, I'm embarrassed to say that the idea that we might be putting other people at risk by not vaccinating our daughter never really crossed our minds.
As you said, in 2017, there were only 2 measles cases in New York City. There are now nearly 300.
Could you live with yourself if your child got another child sick? I mean, really sick, had complications, even death?
I could live with myself very easily.
Hello, and welcome to the Spooky Scary Show. I'm your host, Ben, and today's guests are
Charlotte,
Brandon,
Nathan.
And let's have a look at today's topic. And today's first topic is anti-vaxxers.
Ooh.
So you guys ever heard of anti-vax?
Yeah, I've heard a bit of it.
kind of, yeah.
I have, a lot.
I think it's by far one of the most stupid things people believe in.
It is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Probably some points of it.
It's like, how could you not want to vaccinate your children?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to.
I mean, like, children can die at a young age
Yeah.
without, like,
Very much
vaccination.
so.
Very
That's why you got to
important.
vaccinate your children anyway.
It's very important, isn't it?
And it comes, to me, it comes from a very stupid belief. Like, would you rather your kid die of polio or have autism?
Well,
Like,
yeah.
kind of weird, isn't it?
Yeah.
That people would rather their kid have, like, horrible diseases than have autism.
Well, if I had a kid, I would like him to be healthy as a horse.
But these people generally believe that measles and polio and things like rubella aren't dangerous.
Even though they are.
Well, yeah, that's why the vaccine exists.
Exactly.
That's like a dangerous belief. That's like, if you want your kids to survive, you got to have the injections to save your kids.
Yeah.
But
Exactly.
It's like the whole point is to protect the first generation of kids. That's the whole point of having the planet.
But, like, as well, there's been lots of outbreaks of these things now because people aren't vaccinating their children.
Because some people should care about their children. They're going to be here for more longer than anyone else is.
And it's just, you
The
can't
parents
even,
will be gone by then, and then it's the next generation to do their part in the world.
yeah, you can't even, like, people say that it's herd immunization, right?
Yeah.
So if everyone's immune, one person doesn't need to.
Yeah.
Well, the problem with that is when it's hundreds of thousands of people doing that, doesn't really matter, does it? If 2,000 kids in a school aren't vaccinated, or in a district aren't vaccinated, that's enough for an outbreak,
becomes a
isn't
serious
it?
problem.
You know, and then all these kids die because the parents are idiots and vaccinate them. Well, these people generally and genuinely believe that it's like a big government conspiracy, and that vaccines are some form of, like, mind control. Some of them.
It might be, nobody knows.
Nobody will know that
no one
kind of
knows.
part of it, but
Like,
it's vital to have some injections to be immune from any diseases. It's to protect the human race from ever going to die out. Because the new generation is going to be there before anyone else is. So it's all about the new generation.
and they
Here's to come next.
some of the things people believe in is ridiculous.
It's
Like,
very ridiculous how people think.
Bonkers.
Bonkers is bonkers.
not only can it cause autism, which it definitely can't, There's absolutely no medical proof whatsoever that it can.
That is absolutely
But
true.
they believe like the stuff in the vaccines are harmful as well.
How can that happen? Is the only reason why it's there is to protect the kids. That's the only reason why we have vaccinations.
The kids
Not to get harmed by them. It's to protect the immune system, to make sure they're going to survive in the harshest places.
I honestly think it's just made up to get people's attention, to like get scared that it's just like all of a sudden there's this drive to vaccinate your kid, which it is good because it protects like them
The
from
next
all-
generation, yeah.
Yeah,
But you
Right.
can't force someone to be scared of it.
yeah, you can't.
It has to be their choice anyway.
Yeah.
It has to be the parents' choices to make that for their children. Not because they don't want to be scared of it. It's a really weird belief in that one.
A lot of it comes from just general misinformation.
Yeah.
So,
That's
like,
true.
Vaccines sometimes have things like mercury in them, just to keep them preserved. But there's not enough in it to hurt anyone or to kill anyone.
If
I don't
it's-
even think they really use mercury anymore.
No,
No.
but if
Things
it's
like
to
that.
keep it preserved and not like it's ready for someone else to use, because then it's like you need to preserve the injections, the vaccines before. If it goes like bad, you want to give the bad case of injections to that person.
Yeah, I just think it's really just stupid, because a lot of these people generally are also vaccinated and don't have autism,
Exactly.
aren't
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. So what's the point of having a weird, strange belief if you've already been vaccinated? How does that work?
The world these days.
These people generally aren't very smart.
I don't think there are any people that can be smart enough to know that.
And
But
it's
the
just
smart
something-
people will think that as well.
It's like a lot of these theories people come up with and these ideas. Like, what's the point? Why would the government lie about what's in a vaccine? Why do doctors need to be paid off to give kids vaccines? Those,
Yeah.
We deserve to know the truth.
It's the human rights to know the truth and what they're giving their kids. It's a parent's right to know what's in that drug, in that vaccine. It's the rights to know. If the people don't know what's going to be in it, how are they going to protect their kids from that immune system?
And I just think that if it came out that this was true and the government was lying about what's in a vaccine, that'd be like damning, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
That would
furious.
be like the tear down of an entire state.
And that democracy
Like,
will be
why
ruined.
would they do that? That's stupid.
And that'll be the whole ruining of that part of that country.
It's
But
just-
it's like you don't know if the government is going to tell you the truth or not, because they're always going to lie, because they're going to cover things up. The government always covers things up just to keep the community safe, apparently.
I just don't understand how you could have a kid and look at it and go, yeah, I'm not going to vaccinate you. And just not care.
That's not a right thing for a parent to do. A parent would always vaccinate their kids, no matter what. It's a parent's instincts to do the right thing for their kids.
The kids come first before anything else.
It's like if I had a kid, I'd want it to live as long as it can. So I would obviously vaccinate it because it would, like Charlotte said, protect them from all various diseases, and it's like the first generation. But it's just honestly seems stupid to like.
Because parents will risk anything for their kids, no matter what.
Yeah.
That's what parents do. And if their vaccination's needed, they'll do it, no matter how bad it's going to get. They'll risk everything to protect the child's education, their life, and how they're going to live it. It's up to the parents to decide that.
I'd vaccinate my kid if I had one.
Me too.
Well, luckily you've got more than a one-digit IQ, so you would do that.
Of course.
Because it's a parent's instincts. It's all about the instincts of another person. It's how your instincts shift from one thing to another. That's how you know about the. You won't matter. It's just all about how you protect the environment, the children. If they need to get vaccinated, It's gonna have to get done. But the belief of that is just beyond me. Even I wouldn't believe what those people are trying to say about that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty ridiculous.
Every word they're trying to say about the ridiculous is so.
These are the kind of people that believe in all sorts of things, all sorts of ridiculous, generally just outlandish conspiracy theories.
Sometimes you don't know who you can trust in that world. You just gotta have a little bit of trust that they know what they're trying to believe in. But if it's a belief like that, why would you believe in such a craziest benediction of that? If your kids want to survive, you've got to be there to give them their vaccinations.
Exactly.
It's a kid's life. No matter what.
Well, that's all we got time for this topic. Join us after the commercial break for a very flat discussion.
You alright, Taylor?
Hey, sweetie.
What's wrong? You look a little down.
Just really stressed out with work. It's killing me.
Oh, baby, come take a shower with me and relax.
Yeah, I think you're right. I just need to relax. Yeah, I feel so much more relaxed, thanks, babe.
Dude, where have you been? I've been looking for you all.
Come join us, friend.
Dance for me, you sexy beast.
To me, this is Satan's greatest lie.
If you spent any time on Twitter in the past 48 hours, then you heard about our next story. Rapper B.O.B. blowing up Twitter with his theories on the actual shape of the Earth.
Rapper B.O.B., perhaps you know him for hits like Airplanes and Nothing on You. He firmly believes that the Earth is flat.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, I want to make an announcement. Has anyone heard the Earth is flat?
We have one thing in common. We live on a flat plane.
Well, I've watched over 50 hours of video.
Once I decided that I had to go with it being flat based on my gut feeling and common sense.
All right, listen, B.O.B., once and for all. The Earth looks flat because, one, you're not far enough away at your size. Two, your size isn't large enough relative to Earth to notice any curvature at all.
I know water doesn't fall off because there's an ice wall on our theory. So, I mean, how about, how does water stick to a ball that spins 1,000 miles an hour? Gravity. But gravity is nothing more than a theory.
And welcome back. Today's second spooky topic is...
Let's have a look and see.
The flat Earth.
Oh,
You're familiar with flat Earth?
Yeah.
very much so.
Pretty common now, isn't it? It's pretty popular these days, surprisingly.
Very much.
So I think the core belief of it is that the Earth is flat and all the governments conspire to make us believe it's round for some reason, and that there's a giant ice wall covering the entire planet to stop people from falling off the edge. And that's what the poles are. So the North and South Pole are just the 2 points that we've discovered of the ice wall.
Well, I don't think that's because the flat Earth is like everyone's believing that because the government thinks that, but really it's just like round. Because when you go into space, you see the whole thing from a new, different perspective of everything.
Exactly. When Neil Armstrong went to the moon, he didn't see the Earth flat as a pancake. It's bloody ridiculous. It's a sphere.
The people that believe this would say that's fake.
Well, you don't know what to believe these days, do you?
They would say that they're all lying, that you've not been to space to see it.
But there are pictures of it from space.
Well, those are faked. You don't know? That's what they say. I don't believe in it. I'm making it sound like I believe in it. I don't believe in the flat Earth. But there's so many weird things about it. Like they say you can't see the curve, even though you kind of can.
Yeah, you kind of can see the curve.
If you go high enough, you can. but you can't see it at like sea level, stuff like that. Straight away, you can see a boat will get the further out it goes, though you'll be able to see less of it. Stuff like that. But you generally can't see the curve unless you're very, very high. And people in plane, and it's higher than like a plane would go, things like that. And there's people, they record footage of the plane saying, look, you can't see the curve, and that's proof.
Yeah, but that's not proof.
You need
Because
clean
one thing is,
proof.
though, people think you can go to the end of the world, but you can't.
Videos can be edited and photoshopped, so
It can't be the end of the Earth, because if it was, then it would be more flat, and then you would like fall off and out of the Earth into space.
You're going to need clean proof to prove which is and which isn't.
But like, people have known the Earth is round for
Yeah.
thousands of years.
Even before mankind evolved, everyone known the Earth is a sphere.
Even like in
It's
World
always
War
been a
II,
sphere.
in World War I and II, German soldiers had to
Exactly.
like equivalent. What's the word? I don't know.
Equivalent?
They had to figure out the curvature of the Earth to fire mortars, things
Yeah.
like that. And if this uneducated German soldier can do it in World War One, why can't people now figure that out? You know.
Yeah, that's the thing. Why can't people figure out it for themselves what they believe? It's not all about everyone else. It's what everything is. It just can't be one person saying to everyone else, "Oh, the Earth is very flat indeed. You can go to the ends of the Earth if we could." But that's just going to be a great big lie to them.
You believe it's a sphere, don't you?
I believe it's a sphere.
I don't know.
Because even I would know that you can't go to the end of the Earth. It's impossible. No one can go to the ends of the Earth.
That's the belief that you can't go to the end of the Earth because the governments, the world order, if you will kill you for doing it. You get there and they kill you. And so no one, apart from the North and South Pole, or the North and South Pole,
There is a North Pole because that's where Santa lives.
That's part of the lie, isn't it?
It might be where Santa lives.
Maybe. You never know.
But even like some ideas like gravity don't really make sense on a flat Earth because they say it's just spinning really quickly and that's how everything sticks to it. But that's not really how that works.
But the Earth is spinning on the axis.
Well, typically, that's scientifically, yeah.
Yes, that's how
But
you
they
use scientific
believe
words here.
that the disk just spins really quickly.
Mm.
And it's not even how gravity works on a round Earth. But that's not how. If everything was spinning in a giant disk,
We'd
everything
feel
would
it.
go to the center. You wouldn't. Then the further out you go, the less gravity there would be. So that doesn't really make sense.
No.
But then people forget that you can go the other way around the planet. So if the Earth was flat, there would only be one way to and from a place, right? But because the Earth's round, you can go both ways, can't you?
Yeah.
Wonder what they'll be saying next. You can breathe without oxygen in space.
Have you ever been in space? Have you ever been in the vacuum of space?
Nope.
But one thing is,
You
though,
can't breathe.
there is a little bit of gravity in the space where the moon is. Only a little bit.
You see, it can't be flat. It is round. It's a big fat football. Our planet, it is a sphere. It can't be flat. I've never heard of it being flat before. It's ridiculous. Bloody ridiculous.
If it was flat, then what's the point about the globe being made?
Exactly.
It's just part of the cover-up.
Well, it might be, but I just don't believe that it's flat. It's
Look,
just
if it was flat, someone would have noticed.
yeah.
Like one little detail out of line.
I'd like to think at this point someone would have gone to the ice wall.
With hockey skis and everything.
With all our fancy technology.
Oh yeah, proving that the Earth is not a sphere. Actually, it's actually flat, but it is a sphere.
But again, why would NASA or just the government in general cover this up? Why would they lie about that?
Because that's what governments do. They lie about things.
To get money. It's mostly to get money these days.
But only to keep the public from believing what they know.
They like to cover everything up. They just.
It's what the government does anyway.
They believe what's right.
If it's like something serious like crash landed, they take it away and then try and cover it up with something else. That's what governments do in real life. they're going to cover up any something suspicious actions. They are going to cover up certain things from us. They think they're doing the right things for the community and the country, but really they're keeping us from the truth. They're lying to think they're protecting us, but really they try and pretend they don't want to scare everyone off. They don't want to scare the whole country into a world chaos, and then everyone will run into complete chaos.
It's ridiculous.
But people does deserve to know. They have a right
Yeah.
to know if they're going to be in danger or not.
That the Earth's flat.
No.
They deserve to know that the Earth is really flat.
No, but
They deserve to know if it's round.
But the government needs to tell people sometimes. They need to know. But if they're going to squabble about what's to keep apart from us, what's say if we don't know what they're really trying to say to us? Maybe all they're trying to say to us is all one big lie. One big lie after another. That's what government do for a reason. They keep the truth from us even though they think they're doing the right thing.
I don't understand why government would lie about the Earth being round.
The Earth is...
This goes back years and years, right? It goes back thousands of years. Why would they lie about that in the first place? What is there to gain from saying, no, the Earth's not flat, it's round? I
You
don't
never know.
understand.
But the government will lie. It's what they do. It's in their government's nature to lie to everyone. When you're working for the government, you have to keep certain secrets, certain top secret secrets. They'll have like a stamp on it saying top secret, and then no one else will be able to look at it. Only the top people in the country can.
Well, the government shouldn't keep secrets, I think. They should tell the truth and stop talking complete and utter garbage.
Well, that's all we've
They
got
only
time for.
and they keep stuff from the Queen as well as that.
Exactly.
That's all we've got time for this week. I'll see you all next episode. I've been your host, Ben. My guests have been...
Charlotte.
Brandon.
Nathan.
See you next time.